Welcome back, Nerglings. As you can see, the Citadel Giant is coming along quite nicely. So what have I done since I last saw you? Well, I've matte varnished the ugly gnome head. It's still the only head that's actually anywhere close to being finished, so I figured sod it, I'll matte varnish it. It's still shiny because it's actually still drying. I've matte varnished his club hand, so as you can see, his club hand is looking quite nice, and it just needs a little bit of extra varnish on the end there, because that's the point of contact when it actually sort of magnetises in to the arm. The torso is 100% done. That's all done. The only thing that I need to do with this is glue it onto the legs. So the legs are well, they've been a little bit a little bit troublesome, I would say. So I wired the legs onto the base, and that was pretty simple. However, I wanted a little bit of extra contact, so I put a bit of elastic around one of the feet, and I built that up around it so you can't really see it, so it just looks like a piece of sort of a cloth or something wrapped around his foot. And then I noticed that, well, because it's quite an old model, it doesn't really have a very good connection between the torso and the legs. It's just you sort of stick it together, and then, yeah, I mean, really you'd be hoping for the best if any super glue actually made proper contact. So I took it upon myself to super glue a load of milliput all the way around the edge and build up the waistline a little bit, just so that when I do glue the torso onto the legs, there's going to be a lot of areas of contact. So what I'll do is I'll just slot this on here, and I'll try and show you what on earth I'm talking about. If I can slot it on. There we go. Okay. So let's see if we can do it. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, there's a flush, it's completely flush all the way around. Now before, that was actually, there was loads of gaps in between, and basically it would have just been a complete nightmare to actually glue it. You could probably see it a little bit better on the back. So let's have a look at the back. So see where it pushes down? And it's almost completely flush all the way around. See? Now that is going to give me a much better connection with the super glue. So basically what I've done is I've put those two, I drilled two holes, which are here and here, and I've put two pins in. So these are metal pins, and what they'll do is they're sort of guide holes, so that when I do glue it onto the base, or onto the glue the torso onto the legs, sorry, there's going to be, it'll sit in exactly the right place. I actually also put another hole there for another one, and there's another one that I've got to glue in, but other than that, that's pretty much that done. So next piece is gluing it together, and then what I'll do is to make it even, to make the bond even stronger, I'll wait for it to dry, and then I'll varnish around the edge of it as well with some quick shade. So the quick shade will seep into the gap, and it will create an additional sort of point of contact all the way around. And there we go. We'll have a complete Citadel Giant. I've still got all the other, little accoutrements, the little victims and all that to do. So I've still got those to do, but really they're sort of slow time things. I don't really need to get them done too quickly, to have at least something to show off. I've got one of the other heads that I'm sort of slowly painting up. So this guy's got some lovely red hair. So he's actually the part of the original concept art for the Citadel Giant, and if you've seen it, then you'll know that he's got red hair, and he's got a green a green tunic and brown pants. So basically, that's my attempt at sort of replicating the, I guess, the concept art for the Citadel Giant. As you can see, I've done the base in my sort of signature style, with cogs and shiny bits and just stuff that makes it look interesting, really. I mean, all kinds of stuff on there. Some screws and, you know, just fun stuff, really, just to make it look interesting. So what I did around the feet, and specifically, is sort of, well, I wired them into the base and sent the wire sort of snaking round to create a long loop, so it's nice and strong. And then, as you can see, there's the bit of elastic that I put across. And then I just built up all the way around with my sort of concrete stuff, and it's looking really quite nice, I think. It's certainly going to be a centerpiece when it's finished, that's for sure. So, there you go. That's the Citadel Giant, or almost the Citadel Giant. If you've got any comments, leave them in the usual place, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And thanks very much for watching. Peace.